Gamers, today we're going to be going over a little bit more Dying Light 2, and what I'm going to be bringing you today is a really good guide on how you can do lockpicking and make it much easier for yourself. So if you struggle with lockpicking, then stay tuned, that's coming up next. Welcome back all you guys and girls, as always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox. Why not hit that subscribe and bell icon? I'll bring you all the latest and greatest content, hints, tips, guides and builds, and just some fun gameplay and reviews of upcoming games, such as Dying Light 2, which we're covering now, and Elden Ring, which is very shortly on the way. But for today, like I said, we're here to work out how to get better at lockpicking. Now, there's one really easy way you can do, and that is anytime you want to, you can tap on this guy right here, any of your craft masters. You're going to go to upgrade and you're going to pop right down to here and use some of your trophies and your money in order to upgrade it. This is going to mean you can create a lot more of them and you can force open locks. So at the highest setting you'll be able to force open even the hardest locks, but it will cost you a pretty penny to upgrade, and I believe there are quite a few things that you could probably spend your trophies on a little bit more wisely to increase your damage or increase just how easy the game's going to be. It's probably just better to work out the mechanics of lockpicking, and I think you should be able to do these quite easily without investing too much in this whatsoever. Some people tend to have no issues with lockpicking whatsoever, others find it a little bit tedious or struggle with it. So how do we make things easier? Now, I'd highly recommend getting good at lockpicking because some of the best ways to make money revolve around it. There's going to be a lot of locked containers and chests, things such as that, and even doors lead into some of the best loot and valuables in the game. Things like the Dark Hollows, where you see that big old diamond, means you've got a good chance of earning some money if you go in there, but you're going to need some lockpicks about yourself, and you're going to want to make sure that you know what you're doing so that you don't break them all. So we're going to head there and then I'm going to show you more. Right, so here we are, and I've cleared out all the baddies and such just so I can show this. Now I'm going to be doing this a bit slower because doing it really fast and just making you not understand what is going on is not going to help you in the slightest. But what you're going to want to do is, once you're on your lockpick, just leave it at an upright position, and from there you're going to use, especially on your controller, on mouse it'd be slightly different, but you're just going to feel the actual lock out. So the main thing you've got, if you've got any vibration, you've got any feedback, make sure you enable that because that's going to make things much easier. If not, you're going to have to go by visual, but you're just going to keep it in that upright, press left. As soon as there's a little bit false, you know that you're in the wrong place. Again, a little bit false, in the complete wrong place. Just keep moving it until it gets light. Right, so it's nice and light, there's no false whatsoever. Because I've done that, there was a little bit false at the end, so I'm going to move it one direction. But you know which direction to move it in, because if you're using the kind of analog dual shock controllers and such, it's going to show you by on whatever side of your controller is shaking, that's the way you want to move towards. So with this one it's lefty, so I know I've got to move it slightly left. Again, a little bit more left. And done. Now I'm going to die if I don't boost myself up. This is a bit of a tougher location to do this in, but because we've done that, you can literally just nab everything inside. Once you get very fast at this, so let me just show you quickly. Right, so here is ideal. I've managed to find somewhere that hasn't got the immunity timer, and why it is just here, if you have a little look, we've got another hard lockpick. Funnily enough, I find them a little bit easier if you're doing them in real time. Like say you try and do them fast, it works out better once you know what you're doing. But like I said, the main thing is start from the upright position. I always choose left, and then you're going to see which side of your controller is actually vibrating, again as was left. So we're going to chuck a lefty. It's starting to ease up because it's easing up and I'm roughly in the right location. If I get any resistance, so I'm going to do it wrong there because I actually picked the right place, any resistance, and I stop using my analog to press it on the left. If I'm over here, as soon as there's resist, let go. I knew roundabout there was perfect, so I'm going to keep going until it clicks in. If at any point there's any resistance, you have to move the lockpick around ever so slightly in the direction that it's telling you with the vibration on your controller. If there's no vibration on either a mouse or your controller doesn't have it, you're going to have to use your visual cues. So it's a little bit tougher, but it can still be quite easily done. So for example with this, what you got to do, again, shaking, I will never ever be pressing it because I know it's shaking, so I know that I've got to kind of look for the right way. Right, it stopped shaking over this side, So now I'm going to go round until there's no shaking again. I'm trying to do this without actually paying attention to which side it's saying on the actual controller, but yeah, you kind of get the point. That way you're going to be able to do it nice and easy, and I find faster you do it actually works out more favourable. Just as soon as there's any tension, as soon as you kind of see any shaking, just let go and adjust it ever so slightly until the shaking eases up and until the kind of shock on your controller eases up, as long as you've got that function available to yourself. But yeah, nice and easy. As soon as you know those tricks, it should make things quite acceptable and you shouldn't have to upgrade or spend trophies on that lockpicking. As always, guys and girls, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, take care. I'll see you on the next day.